Howdy, y'all. Good day, mate. All those things. This is about Vicki Fowler. Who is Vicki Fowler? Well, we're going to tell you who she is in a minute. As she's come back. She's come back after 20 years away from the show. Obviously recast. If you couldn't tell, she's been recast. Just like I'm about to be recasted next season. So this video is going to be about her, like what she did in the show and what she's up to now. In today's episode being Monday, and what her foreseeable future will be on the show. I'm joined by Ash. He's mostly going to carry this video, as I don't really know much about Vicki Fowler, so I'm going to be learning along with you. So I'm going to pass it up to the big man himself, Ash, and yeah, just let him run through.
All right, so yeah, Vicki Fowler, she did return in the Monday, the 31st of March, 2025, in an episode, spoilers, where they teased the reunion of Phil and Sharon, and they were this close to getting back together until the little nugget of truth that, well, Sharon slept with Grant. Whoa! No way! And then suddenly Phil, he's spilled his entire guts out. Everything's out there. It's visceral. It's disgusting. He's opened up fully, and Sharon's went, "I slept with your brother." Get out, Sharon. Go be with your own family. And then Vicki pops out of a cab, and is like, "Oi! I'm her family." And then suddenly the reunion's right there. Now, this is not Vicki Fowler's first time on the show, but it is this actress's first time in the role. So, when was she born? Well, she was born in, I believe it's 86. She was conceived by Michelle Fowler and Den Watts. One night after closing time in the Queen Vic, they had a little bunk up, which also gave Den the name Dirty. And throughout the next period of time, it was a big, it was a whodunit in the most blatant, on the nose sense. It was who got Michelle pregnant, and then I believe it's Christmas Day 86 where Mark who's returned, so his one-off, little couple of stints. He realizes that Den is the dad. And obviously this was never really meant to be. It's not like they were going to get together in the end of this. This was just a happy little accident that did indeed happen. And Michelle would carry on raising Vicki, and Den would very quickly leave in 89, and he would be dead. He would be absolutely dead. And this would kind of leave to Vicki just raising Michelle through time, and I'm pretty sure she would just grow up on the screen with Michelle until she left, which I don't remember when she left, probably 95 or something, roughly, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Left in 95. Then when Leslie Grantham, Den Watts, was brought back from the dead, this was when Vicki Fowler was reintroduced, as she had moved to America with Michelle. She had been living in America, and in 2003 she returned with a new actress in tow, who had, as Piggy alluded to in the first moments, had the American accent. It's like, so what if I want to do drugs? It's awful. It's a horrendous American accent. I mean, I'm pretty sure the actress is British anyway, so it was a Brit. She's from London, and she was having to do an American accent.
I'd love if she was just completely British but pretending to be American. Like she's just saying like British slang, but obviously she's supposed to be an American.
So what if I want to drink coffee? Sorry, what? Yeah, I just lived in America for a lot of time.
Oh, so what? I want to be with the lads. Oh no.
So what? I'll take drugs. I'll have sex. I don't know why she's gingy.
The muffin man.
What if the gumdrop buttons? All right, Vicky. You're getting too carried away. She returned though. Jesus. Christ. But that was not really meant to be, because she was brought back to be a part of the Den Watts extended family, right?
Yeah.
Dennis Rickman, Sharon Watts, Vicki Fowler, the three of Den's kids as such. And in this time period, she was younger. She kind of clashed with Pauline a bunch, and she was there with Sharon. But for the most part, she was just a background character, let's be honest. And she nearly got with this like slightly older man he was just a creep. Den Watts paid him to leave. And in the end, pretty much, she left with Spencer Moon, who was obviously Alfie's brother, and lived in Australia pretty much ever since. I think with Michelle as well. Well, Michelle was in America, but I don't know. They moved to Australia. They had a bar out there. And that's pretty much where Vicki was the whole time. That's really where she sat and where she was. That's what we thought we knew she was going to be. If she was ever coming back, maybe Spencer would be in tow. But she was recast to this new actress. This was announced. I don't remember the circumstances. I don't know if it was confirmed that she was. I don't know. I think it was. It may have. Okay, this could be nonsense. So take it with a grain of salt. I think it may have been confirmed that the original actress went, "Yeah, I'm not coming back." Sorry. It could be wrong. Could be entirely wrong. So. But then you have Alice Haig, who takes over in 2025. Now she has a different face and has a different approach, a different family. Spencer Moon is not here. He is not here. He's not part of this. She is with a man, I think it's Ross is her partner, and Joel is the kid. I believe that's Ross's kid, as far as it seems. And it'll be a pretty interesting little decision to do. But yeah, Vicky's boyfriend Ross and his son Joel. We don't. One can assume it could be her son, but it's probably his son. Let's be honest. Ross, who was like formerly in The Bill, formerly in Waterloo Road, and Joel, who seems to be like a newcomer actor. He also played Fletch in Holby City. There we are. So what is this now? This is now a much more adult Vicki Fowler. This is a completely different version. She is what? She's what, in her 40s, roughly? Yeah. Late 30s, early 40s? Yeah. Late
30s. Maybe.
Late 30s, probably like 39 or something.
40 next year.
And she's coming back for Martin Fowler's funeral. And this is confirmed to be a prolonged stint. It's not just a one-off episode, or a one-off week or so, like Beck's. This is going to be a long-term thing. She is going to stay on the show. So, and she is, and someone got upset at us for putting it like this. She is kind of like acting for Michelle, as Michelle called in Monday, in the 31st of March episode, and went, "Yeah, I can't deal with it. I can't be here." And the crowd goes upset. It's for Christ's sake, Michelle. All you had to do is come back for one episode. Never happening. It's never happening. Time to put the Michelle Fowler sweaters back in the wardrobe for another year. Maybe next year she'll come back.
Probably.
But she is acting on behalf of Michelle and is with this new family. And the interesting point is where Sharon could have had a moment where her and Phil and Albie become the family. But as one door closes, as the Martin Fowler door shuts for good, now there's new Fowlers. Now Sharon's got her sister on the show. Now the Fowlers are going to be reintroduced as, this big family bolstering Sharon's life because it's a sister, It's the sister of it's her sister and her best mate's daughter. It's a wild family tree. I'll say that much. It's a crazy family tree, but it's there to now bolster Sharon, who has lost Martin, who was pretty much her brother, but not by blood. And now, what can we expect? I mean, Vicky's basically a blank slate. Let's be honest. She didn't really do much as a young kid, and she was there for 1 year when she came back. It's not like she was a long established character with a lot of motivations. It's not like bringing back Alfie Moon and you go, he's not any of these things that you like about Alfie. He's actually a book smart guy and reads philosophy. It's like, what? That's not Alfie at all. Like, you're not exactly treading on toes. When she joined in 03 to 04, she was a naive, kind of brash, cocky young adult who would do whatever she wanted and didn't really care about hurting anyone because she didn't really have any family ties. So this is different. She's an older version. She is... There's a kid in tow. So there's a partner in tow. So I'm sure we will see a lot of the Michelle Fowler type traits, right? Because at the end of the day, if you can't get Michelle, get Vicki. Doesn't really sound like a good trade-off, but still, if there's one person you can just make the surrogate Michelle Fowler, you make it a daughter, for Christ's sake. I mean, there's a reason why Pauline was so despised, and it's because she became Lou Beale, but worse. Like, it's what you do in soap. It's what you do. And this legacy as well. She's Den Watt's kid. Den Watts and Michelle Fowler. Two of the very early and most popular characters. That's mental. You know, Denny's dead. He was a legacy kid. Fucking Vicky's much better. And it's not like she's a kid anymore. She's late 30s, early 40s. This is the time to have all the big, important, dramatic storylines and actually establish this character as a new and genuinely important character in the show. It's the perfect time. There's a, new era, influx of characters about to be axed, and this was seemingly Chris Clenshaw's perhaps last big decision in charge, and it'll be interesting to see how exactly it plays out. Yeah.
Just a question. What is Sack then to Vicki and Sharon?
Half siblings? I don't know. No, I don't know. There's no. Well, I don't think she's technically not. She is the half sister of Sharon. So. But it's that thing where they're not technically related by blood because Sharon wasn't related to Den. She was adopted. I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows, man?
Yeah.
who even knows?
Yeah, I guess so.
I said the what's the thing? The tree. The family tree's absolutely scuffed. Who knows what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, there's more branches than leaves in that tree.
Yeah, and it's spring now. Who knows?
Just I'm just gonna derail this slightly. If you want a family tree retrospective on Den Watch's legacy and his family in quotations, let us know, because when I say we can make that documentary a lad did on YouTube with 31 parts. We could do that for Den Watch and make it 32 parts. I tell you what.
Yeah. But I suppose just a final little to put a little bow on it. As I've said and as I've tried to expressly put, Vicki is essentially a clean slate. You don't really have these established character. You have some of these established character traits, but she's been gone for 20 years. She's been gone for 21 years. You can do anything with a character. So it may not look, sound, or be like the Vicki of 20 years ago, but for crying out loud, it's been 20 years. Am I the same person I was 20 years ago? No, because I was 5-year-old. I was a snotty kid, and I didn't like wearing clothes. One of those is still a thing that happens now. Which one is it? You decide. But yeah, it's obviously personalities changed, lifestyles change, responsibilities get greater. We don't really know what she's going to look like, but her first interaction, standing up to Phil Mitchell of all people, that's a pretty good sign, and that's a very exciting little one to see. And all the secrets and stuff are going to unravel gradually, and that's going to be the most exciting part. So yeah, who is Vicki Fowler? I hope this answers all your questions. If it doesn't, ask us in the comment section.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.